Hi, Dr. Alex here, and welcome to What to Look Forward to through Doctor Who Season 13. Now, I've been encouraged to be more natural in my video presentations, at least the ones that aren't basically me reading Doctor Who stories or pretending to be Doctor Who, so here goes. So anyway, this is kind of experimental and may lead to more jump cuts in the video as I am just talking as if I'm trying to chat with someone, apparently. This comes from the advice of somebody very wise, who is very dear to my heart. But this does mean that there's probably going to be more stumbles, ums and ahs, and me breathing in the video than I might otherwise have put in normally, because I normally cut this sort of crap out. And there's no script. The only prompts I have of any sort of real meaning are a list of bullet points slapped on the back of the table I'm looking at just below the camera. And I'm just ripping off the mask, the illusion of how these videos are made. But yeah, this is going to be a bit weird because I'm trying to be normal and chatty, and this is odd because I'm chatting to no one. There is nobody. Well, there's a stuffed shark over there, but apart from that, there is nobody in front of me, so I can see myself kind of in a reflection of the setup, so I can view what I'm doing. But yeah, anyway, is this going to be an improvement? I have no idea, but we'll go with it and see what happens. So anyway, back to the title of the video, what to look forward to through Doctor Who Season 13. Well, obviously, nothing from the BBC. Don't be ridiculous. Unless you're some sort of masochist on a talent-free diet, there is no way you're going to get any entertainment out of the BBC anytime in the foreseeable future. And to be fair, I'm going to stick by the prediction I made to Old Media Guy and the Anti-Trekker that this time next year I doubt there will be a BBC. But hey, you know, I'm happy to have you all produce videos in a year's time saying Dr. Alex was completely wrong, the idiot. Fine, I will accept that criticism as and when it's levelled against me. If it is levelled against me, we shall see. However, as I said, there will be nothing to look forward to coming from the BBC. I am entirely confident in that, because obviously Chimble's still in charge, and he is himself a mediocre at best, if not inept writer, who surrounds himself with still more inept writers, who are, I think, deliberately chosen by him to be even more inept than himself, to make himself look better. What other possible reason could there be? I don't know, because most decent showrunners know to hire writers who are as good, if not better, than themselves. But what do I know? I've never run a show. And looking at the Doctor Who stuff right now, it looks like Chimble never has either. But anyway, it's just weird. However, there is good stuff to come from Doctor Who Season 13, and that is the stuff that isn't Doctor Who Season 13 by the BBC. But more precisely, The Doctor Season 13, which we will be producing here. Obviously, I'm writing it as we speak, and I will be reading it to camera with the help of many of my friends. Of course, my editor, Eon, is first amongst them in the unparalleled aid she gives to helping me get this stuff out in a half-decent form, and also reading the various characters that she does throughout the season. Naturally, this follows straight on from Season 12, the previous one, which you are, I'm sure, all aware of, which, again, if you were sick of the utter lack of decent Doctor Who on the BBC through Season 11 and Season 12 of Doctor Who, you always have my Season 12 to go back to instead and have a look at that. Wait a minute. Season 12. It's right here. You could freeze and zoom in, or I could throw it at the camera. One or the other, it doesn't matter. It's here. There's also Season 13 right here. So, yeah, that will be something to look forward to instead of, or perhaps at exactly the same time as, the BBC's dire effort pumps out onto our screens. Now, to further sort of back up what I just said, Season 13 is now just under halfway finished. Now, when I say just under halfway finished, I mean by my standards, by the standards of the BBC, it could be finished because there are 6 episodes already written. But unlike that being the complete season for the BBC, plus apparently 2 specials they're planning to pump out at various points of the year just to, make things extra special. We are not just doing 6 episodes. We will be doing 13 episodes for season 13. However, given we've reached this nearly halfway point of having 6 episodes written, I thought I'd give you an update now, which is the whole purpose of this video. Now there will be a jump cut as I reach for the books, because I can't do this entirely unscripted. I need to look at the titles of my own episodes because I can't remember all of them and they keep changing. But these should remain pretty much fixed now because, well, I think I've got the titles set. Certainly for the first 6, that's for sure. So, random jump cut. Season 13, Episode 1 will be called Far, Far Away. Episode 2, there's going to be so many cuts in this as I try and find what I actually wrote down. Episode 2 is called A Night at the Museum. Episode 3 is The Dulwich Horror. Episode 4 is Encounter at Croydon. Episode 5 is Flight into Terra Cognita. And episode 6, the last one that's been completed as of 2 days ago, is Hungarian Guldash. Now, if I've been sensible in any way, I will have flashed the titles of those up on screen because some of the script, some of the way they're written, is not exactly how you'd expect from the phonetics or how you've heard them being read by me just now. I'll read the final 7 episode titles, but they could change. I think they're fixed. So episode 7, which I have started, and I've definitely put this as the title at the top of my writing, is Unspeakable Sightseeing. Episode 8 should be called Beware. Episode 9 is Dead Clam and Carry On. Episode 10 will be Disorient Express. Episode 11 will probably be Nile on the Death. Episode 12 should be The Riddle of Anubis. And episode 13, I've only just decided to change the title to this, and I'll probably stick with it, should be called Tomb Raiders. I'm now going to chuck this to one side. There'll be another awkward cut, no doubt. So there you go. There will be 13 episodes in this season 13, even if the BBC can only pump out 6 per season, because obviously you can't find actors, writers, camera crew, that sort of thing in these current times. That's just impossible, apparently. Anyway, let's return to more pleasant topics. In other words, the series I'm producing with the help of my friends. And that help of my friends brings me very nicely onto something else I'd like to talk about. Obviously, I've already mentioned Eon, whose help I could not do this without. I mean, the contributions she makes are of unparalleled importance. However, other friends of mine have been very helpful in this. Old Media Guy has actually given me, inadvertently, I think on several occasions, inspiration in various episodes I've written by exposing me to various older media, as the name would suggest. It reminded me or gave me character ideas. It reminded me of ideas I could use or gave me character ideas that I could insert into various stories in this. Spoilers. I'm not going to spoil this by telling you any details really about this story, except there is a joke aspect to season 13, and it is taking the piss out of something that people criticised the current Chimbal Doctor Who about, and I'll give this one thing away. The joke that it is taking the piss out of is the fact that everything in Chimbal Who seems to be set pretty much on Earth, most of it anyway, and of course it's really turgid and dull to boot, but that's neither here nor there. The joke underlying this season 13, is the fact that the current Doctor Who is always set on Earth, and that nothing in this season is set on Earth. But as you can probably tell from some of the titles, there is more of an earthly ring to these things than that boast of there being nothing set on Earth would immediately make you think. Anyway, you'll just have to watch the season to see how that goes. Back to the rumours of Friends, though, and this is a rumour, so I have to, at this point, ask you to take it with an extremely large pinch, many grains, bags of salt. And the reason I'm using this phrasing is because there is a rumour that 2 of the episodes will contain Doomcock reading one of the characters. Now, he has offered to do this, but Doomcock's obviously incredibly busy, and so I cannot say with any certainty that Doomcock will have had the stuff recorded by the time we start recording. Now, I hope to start recording this hopefully in August, at least the first episode, in order to make sure that we can produce it or publish our episodes at exactly the same time as the BBC. We shall see if we achieve that aim or not. I mean, whether we do or not, it's bound to be better than the BBC, but it'd be nice if it could come out concurrently. But that was one of the big rumours I had to spill at this point. Doomcock may well be providing a voice for one of the pretty major supporting characters in the story, even though he'll only be in 2 of the episodes. A lot of the story does hang off this character. Returning now to my other friend I mentioned, Eon, my erstwhile editor and co-star, she is also director for this new upcoming series, so we hope to have better production values for this season. Now, exactly what form those better production values take, I'm not entirely sure. We'll not be filming it in the shed anymore. We'll probably be filming it up here in the flat. We'll be trying to use more interesting backdrops and illustrated backgrounds and other effects to change characters to look more alien where it's appropriate. But to be fair, I'm in the hands of Eon right now, so I'm just looking forward to however we end up tackling this. And if nothing else, there will be me and her and our other friends taking on minor roles, reading to camera in the normal way, with us probably dressing up. In fact, I'm pretty certain we'll be dressing up for various different roles. I will have the Doctor garb back on again, of course, and Ian will dress in all the various roles that she needs to. Actually, so will I. I will dress up for other roles too. Yeah, I have to make an effort. In parallel, and also on the subject of friends, Zvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from Another Planet, has very kindly offered to update the thumbnails for the series and also update the cover designs. These are the old cover designs over here. But he's already put through some rough drafts of new covers, which are way more snazzy than the ones I produced. I'm not a graphic designer. I'm not embarrassed by this, but I did the best I could with my skills. But Zvi's look awesome. So I may have flashed them up on screen at this point. We'll see. But in line with that, I'm also simplifying these series titles. So The Doctor Reads the Doctor by the Doctor Season 12 has become just The Doctor Season 12. I'm also changing the numerals 12 into the word 12 to make it more obvious, or make it more clear that we're dealing with the character of 12. The new season will, of course, therefore be The Doctor Season 13, and 13 will be written as a word rather than as in numerals. Looking back, The Doctor Reads the Doctor by the Doctor Regenerations Past is becoming just The Doctor Regenerations Past. And given Regenerations Past does link into Season 12, anyone who's read or watched Season 12 and has looked at the older ones that are on the playlist now with thumbnails saying Regeneration Past, you will know there's a link between the two. So there is actually a point to having a consistent cover design between Regenerations Past, Season 12 and Season 13. Season 13 obviously links straight back into Season 12. There's a lot of season going on there. I suppose the final thing to be said is that, along with these redesigns of the covers, there will be more books produced. So not only will Regenerations Past, Season 12, and Season 13 have new covers, but they'll also have new titles. And so, with the new cover designs and the new shortened titles, second editions will be published by me on Amazon through Kindle. There may be other projects where we put special versions out through Indiegogo with illustrations, but this is for the future. But it might happen. So, there may be illustrated versions of at least some of these books coming out as special editions via Indiegogo. Again, watch this space for further future news surrounding Doctor Who Season 13, or perhaps more precisely, the stuff that isn't the BBC's Doctor Who Season 13, the far superior The Doctor Season 12, The Doctor Season 13, and looking backwards, The Doctor Regenerations Past. Anyway, I think I've done all I can. I hope I sound more natural doing it this way. I have no idea if I do. I can imagine I'm doing a lot of cutting as I put this together after finishing the recording. But I would like to thank all of my friends and all my supporters and all people who've encouraged me to do this. And I hope I don't let you all down with the latest upcoming material. Anyway, until the next video, I'll see you all soon. Until then, take care.